Hello ladies and gentlemen, Pamela Lucas here, House of Pamela Renee. Today we're going to talk about the pattern making tools that you need. Of course, we're talking about patterns like this is a skirt draft, this is what we're talking about. And of course, you know when you first do your skirt draft, then you have to put it on oak tag. So what tools do you need? My first suggestion, definitely, you need the see-through ruler. And it curves. You can measure around different parts of the pattern. You can see through it to make sure you get accurate measurements. Okay? See-through ruler. Make sure you have that on your list. Of course, let's talk about the tracing wheel. Tracing wheel, there's another professional tracing wheel that has really sharp needle points. I like this one better. We use this a lot as we're drafting. Okay? Let's talk about the notcher. You need a notcher. A notcher works for when you have to notch your patterns for at the waist or at any indication. You're going to need a notcher. And this is just for paper, ladies and gentlemen. Don't use it on fabric. Okay? Now let's look at this awl. We don't want the ice pick. We want the awl. And we want the awl because we need to see a hole. It has to go through the hole. Okay? Ice pick will just scoop the paper around. We need an awl. Okay? They come in different diameters. Alright? Let's also talk about, you need a very sharp pencil. You can get a mechanical pencil, or just make sure you have a sharpener and you can sharpen your pencil point. A pencil point can give you a 1/16 of an inch, even a little bit more. So you need a very, very sharp pencil when you're drafting patterns. Okay? Let's talk about some curves. Let's do this one first. Pattern making shears, my favorite. When you're cutting on oak tag, you lay your shears down and you cut. Pattern making shears, not for fabric, for oak tag, which I'm going to show you in just a second. All right. Now, stapler remover, you can use this kind. I like this kind better than the kind that grabs like teeth. This is what I like. Okay. There's all types of curves. Here's a French curve. There's also what they call a very firm curve rule. Good for hip lines and things like that. Okay. Good for necklines and armholes. Then you have another type curve. Good for, let's say, lapels or pant legs, that type of thing. And most definitely, the L square. You definitely have to have an L square. Your patterns need to be squared up, balanced, even, professional. So you definitely need an L square. They come in different lengths as well. All right. Let's see. The long arm stapler. You use this if you have to staple way into the pattern. You want to make sure that your long arm stapler can do that. You're going to need tape. Lots of tape. And you get the tape that's kind of transparent. So when you put the tape down, you want to be able sometimes even take it off, you know, to move it, especially when we start doing darts. Transparent tape. And you can write over this as well. So don't get that shiny, slippery Scotch tape. Okay? Let's talk about the pattern hook. When you finish with your patterns, you put them on a pattern hook. Before you put them on the pattern hook, some people call this a bunny. It's a hole puncher. It punches the hole so you can put the pattern hook in there. You're going to need some paper. Some designers like the dotted paper that's, you know, like 1 inch squared all the way around. Some of them have numbers, some of them have dots. I prefer just plain. Okay? Then, of course, the oak tag. And the oak tag is what you use when you finalize your patterns. So I believe that we've talked about everything. As we begin to learn more about patterns, we'll talk more about other things that you would possibly need as far as different color felt tip markers. So when you get ready to label your patterns, you don't want to just label it with a pencil. You need a felt tip marker. Different things like that. So we talked about the awl, the stapler remover, notcher, tracing wheel, various pens and pencils, pencil sharpener, regular scissors for fabric or muslin. You know, when you make your patterns, you have to use muslin to test them out with sometimes. Regular shears, pattern making shears, pattern hooks. Oh my goodness, it's just so much, isn't it? Different rulers. Definitely get this one. I believe that's it for right now. Remember, if you have any questions about anything, you can always go to the website www.houseofpamelarenee.com. You can post questions on there. I am here for you. Thank you so much. House of Pamela Renee, where fashion meets education.
House of Pamela Renee, y'all. She'll be sure to brighten your day. For quality, originality, dress you up and send you on your way. She got tuxedos, all kinds of stylish clothes, dresses made just for you, suits tailored down to the shoes. It's the House of Pamela Renee, y'all. It's the House of Pamela Renee.